All right, Colin, in the house. Well done, my man. Welcome to the 10K club. How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing, man.
So look, what
Ready to
was
hit it 10 times over.
let's go, baby. What was the biggest problem that you had initially in your business that that you decided to join Clients Automation? What was the problem that you were having that you wanted to solve?
Consistently getting clients. I believe that's probably a lot of people's problem. And also I wanted to have a higher ticket offer, but I wanted guidance on that as well. I didn't want to just say, okay, I'm about to go up to 1500 or whatever on the current offer that I had. So, I wanted an actual method and a system that I could implement. So that's really drew into you guys.
So what did you see first? Did you come through an ad? How did you hear about us?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I came to you guys, it was around February this year, I believe. Now, at this time, because I ran ads before previously, at this time, I really was just looking at people, other companies that I saw looking at the ads and everything, and like opting into, it wasn't just, I was just clicking everything, but like if I saw somebody with an offer that I thought was interesting, I didn't plan on actually signing up with everybody at that time because I was trying to improve my own ads. So I was like, man, let me click on that. But yours did stand out though. And I had I always forget his name. He called me the same way that you teach us inside of the program. Um, when he called me, he had actual dang, I can't remember his name. I got it in my email. I can't think of the top of my head. But when he reached out to me, he actually had information about my niche. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool. And that's the same thing that people tell me now. They're like, oh, you actually called me, like before. I was like, oh, you called me. So yeah, that I think that right there, like put you guys at the top of my mind when I was ready, like further on. I believe I signed up in June,
Oh,
like
nice.
June 1st, something like that, May 31st, June 1st, something like that.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, like again, dude, in the online space, it's a game changer. A lot of people are sitting there trying to be really passive, and of course it can work, but you automatically increase the output if you're willing to put in and just, take the process to understand your client, doing a setter call or a just like someone's downloaded something from you and calling in that moment is a game changer because people go, shit, you actually called and you care. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm excited to hear that. And so look, out of the things that you've enjoyed the most so far, what's been the best? Sometimes people say just like the system in of itself. Sometimes people say the funnel. Sometimes people say the terms and conditions. Sometimes people say the contracts they get or the ads or the email copy or like the support or the live clinics or the tech support. What have you got the most value out of so far?
Ooh, it's hard to pick one. It's hard to pick one. Overall, I can just tell it was built from actual analysis. I can tell that you know exactly what you're doing, and it is based on experience. Because I'm not a brand new business owner. In my current program, I've been in business for 4 years.
Hmm.
So like, and I'm not saying that like I'm at that level that I need to be at. I'm not saying that by a long shot. I'm just saying I'm just not brand new. So
Yeah.
I can kind of tell by just looking at different, companies and what they offer, if they just kind of throwing something out there. I can tell everything was designed around like a system that actually works. And so hey man, you put me on the spot there. It's hard to pick just one. Shoot, man, the ads, every time I ran ads before, I was upside on them. Like I was spending way too much money, not getting a return on them. So just having that high value gift, that's been a game changer. I've been getting leads in at 89 cents
Wow.
per lead. And just really all the coaching behind it and the accountability in the group as well. Just seeing other people posting about the results that they're having, and everybody kind of feeds off of that energy. So, and honestly, I would tell you, but it's really hard to pick one. It really is because I really like the whole system.
That's cool, man. Look, I appreciate that you can see that it's built over the back of experience. I mean, I'm in the moment I'm doing 9.0 update. So
Oh, nice.
it's probably a year and a half since I did an update, and I start with, taking on some of the feedback as people are going through. And sometimes I sit in that space of like, it's so fucking good already. How can we get it better? And then I sit in it, and we've been doing a month refining already, and it's so clean. I mean, it's so clean. It's
Yeah.
so like direct to the point. And when you get a chance to refine what you're already doing on top of it, as I said, like we've refined that 9 times now. And I found some of our initial first launches of it, which was initially a live event structure, a mastermind. But it's
Hmm.
just in today's market, most programs, we know exactly what our competitors deliver. And there's no one that has compounded on it for as many years as we have. And it's just fact. When you stay in an industry over a period of time, you will surpass others if you continue to get better. And so like I always appreciate when someone can see it and appreciates it, because we live in an online space that today, the it's no judgment, but the online space is open to the weakest and the lowest possible
Hmm.
thinking available, because it's the fastest available online. It's the fastest business possible, which means that everyone can get access to it. And if everyone gets access to it, 90% of people that are not strong enough, not capable of making decisions, weak, are just
Yeah.
better. And it's not judgmental. It's
Right,
just
right.
they
I'm with
shouldn't
you.
have an online business. And
Yep.
unfortunately, a lot of people don't realize that. And so the majority of people are trying to do the least to get the most. And that thinking is unfortunately the downfall of society today, because an
Mm.
online business is easy. It really is. Compared to a traditional business, it's very, very easy. Um,
Yep.
everything is available there, and it's like it's not rocket science stuff. If you follow it, it can work. And if you're half decent at providing a service, if you're a coach in any niche and you're half decent, you can make a decent income pretty quickly. Like, if you put 100 grand into a property in London, you get 10% return. That takes you 10 years to break even on 100 grand. You can generate 100K with almost 5 to 10K investment into an online business in less than a year, which is a
Hmm.
100 times better than that. But unfortunately, that does attract weak-minded people. So really appreciate when you appreciate that, dude, because it means that you're out there and you can only, you're doing it as well. So did you have any like decision, were you hesitant of investing in? Were you worried about anything in particular?
Yeah, the only thing that I was worried about was because my niche is credit. Now I'm not 100% familiar with the credit system there in the UK, but
Mm.
from my understanding, you guys do have D3 credit bureaus as well. But more of your like if you were apply for a credit card, they go more by it's like personal information and banking behavior more than the credit score here in the States. So it's like a big issue here for a lot of people here in the States. And I just wasn't sure that you guys, I don't know, now on outside looking, I mean, inside, it's kind of silly now, but just at that time, I was like, I wonder, will their program be able to, help me in the niche that I'm in? That's really all I was worried about because I just honestly feel like so many people worry about the system and it's really just them. You're just
Mm.
not really putting in the work and being attentive. Like in one of the modules, you were like the people that's the most successful, you don't really hear as much from them as far as questions and everything because it's like a lot of it's already inside of the program. And when I heard that, I was like, dang, I really feel like that's true. So like if you go through, you actually pay attention, you play things over if you need to with whatever you don't get. Of course, you got to ask questions here and there, but yeah, that's the only thing that I felt like that I was worried about. Other than that, I was ready to go in. Once I saw that it was time to make a change, I saw a lot of your testimonials. That's one thing that sold me too was that you had so many testimonials, just like this. Like we're on this Zoom right now. You had so many different testimonials. And I was like, man, that's dope. Where a lot of people are not doing that. So
Yeah, dude, I love
I
these
knew it was real.
because I sit here and listen. This is part of continually getting a better program, because you can always get better. and people
Mhm.
don't realize that they say things that are really ridiculous. You'll have people say this to you, your client, and they'll say things like, "Oh, I'm gonna overtake you," and then, I remember I heard Tony Robbins say, "The amount of people that have said to me, 'I'm gonna be better than you,'" and
Yeah.
you go like,
Yeah.
like Tony Robbins is $1 billion company. He's always getting better, refining, improving. And
Mhm.
I think sometimes you hit this point where it can get frustrating where you're not seeing the outcome that you want, but I promise you can always get better. And so me being here doing this, I get to connect with yourself, spend some time listening to how you and go through that. Already you've said like 3 things within the program that I got from our clients that I put in because of that. Your
Mhm.
objection is a normal objection. People, it's definitely something I'm hearing more and more and more. They questioning like their specific niche, and will that
Mhm.
work? Because they hear different niches, and so we've collected well over 1,000 different niches, and so we have clients who have, for example, a declutter offer. I help you
Mhm.
become tidy. She's already hit a 10K month, and so you know can you buy a book on decluttering? Of course you can, but will a percentage of those people want more intimate help on how to declutter? Of course, we just need to go and get them and market them in an efficient way. I'm trying to think of like the most obscure offer that we've had. I still think one of our clients who helps other women orgasm is just an incredible offer, because
Mhm.
like she does well over 100K in that. It's not that, like you don't need this popular niche. It's just,
Yeah.
are you someone that's good at what you do? Are you passionate about that? And we can show you how to get clients if you follow our process. It's as simple as that. So I really don't think today there are any offers that don't work. It's the question is, do they work within the offer? Like if you're
Mhm.
shit, it's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you turn up and you're the shittest coach, there's nothing I can do. And that's sometimes a tough lesson for people. Like, do you have to be like the best person in the world? No, of course not. But if you have an embraced growth, like wanting to get better at helping other people, then you can. Because I was shit to begin with, and I had a compassion to help and then wanted to get better. And then I still continue to do so regardless of the outcome that we're receiving. So yeah, cool. I like that. What would you say to someone who was on the edge of joining that was hesitant?
Stop playing and just go ahead and do it. You're not gonna make a change if you just sit there and do the same thing that you do. Everybody knows that. If you put in the work, it's gonna work. But if you don't, it's just not gonna work. So if you're serious, you'll do it.
Yeah, change
I
nothing,
pretty
nothing
much got to say
changes.
about that.
It's a difficult one today. You're right, 100%. The difficulty is also, I'm going to add a distinction, is that people think it's like they're putting a lot of effort in, and so they can sometimes hear, but I am, hey Colin, I'm putting a lot,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
putting a lot of
yeah,
effort in, and I'm like, I am, I'm working all the time, right? So the reaction to that is like sometimes people are like, fuck, I'm working on my side hustle, my business all the time, but I'm still not getting results. And again, it's they're wrong. They're putting the effort in, which is great. The first step, you've got to put the effort in, but you're also putting the effort in the wrong direction. So you're running,
yeah,
but you're running the wrong way, and you
yep.
don't realize you're running the wrong way. You're running south, and you want to go north. You can be the most motivated, positive, person in the world, but you are running the wrong direction, and they don't realize they are. And that comes into having a system and structure to acquire clients. For example, if you're posting consistently day in, day out, without any sort of offer or an ability to capture that details, you're wasting time and wasting effort. And it's such a shame, because I really do feel for the young entrepreneur today growing up, and like they are growing up into the belief of that is what a business is. So it's some flea theorem. I don't know if you know, but like, if a flea can jump 26 inches and
Hmm.
they're all put into a container, they can all jump 26 inches, but the container's 10. And because the container's 10, they get used to hitting that level, right?
Mm.
Which means that they stop going past 10
So I'm
because
going past
they
10.
hit that, right? And so they add in more fleas, and the fleas no longer realize they can jump 26 inches because the majority only jump 10. And so they never even realize they could jump 26. So they never even try. And that's the world in which you grow up today. If you start a business, majority automatically think having a business is posting daily on Instagram, and that's what's going to get you a client. And therefore they get frustrated and get very annoyed, and the high percentage of people are very upset because they don't have it, and they hear people like myself saying you can, and they go, fuck you can't. And it's like, it's a tough one. So look, Colin, I appreciate that. It doesn't work without amazing people like yourself that are willing to put the work in and are coachable and easy. And I always say, like, how you buy is how you sell. Like, you're very easy to you're coachable. The less resistance anyone has is the easier it is for them to grow. If you find yourself with mass resistance to purchase or mass resistance to a concept, whether you agree in the concept or not doesn't matter, but like if you've got massive resistance to things, it just increases the amount of data and stuff you have to do to get through that decision to get to the next decision. So I'm pumped for you, my man. Let's get clear
I'll
on your
say one
next
more
steps.
thing.
Yeah, go for
I'll
it.
say one more thing about what you just said too. Last thing as far as joining, if you're not hitting exactly what you want to hit, or I won't even say exactly, if you're not doing close or exactly what you want to do in your business, there is a reason for that. It's not because you're not working hard enough or something like that. It's probably like Ed just said, you're going in the wrong direction. So you do need a system. You need something. It's not happening for no reason. Like things don't just happen out of nowhere for no reason. Like if you're not, doing what you need to do in your business, it's probably because, you're going at it the wrong way, posting and, not, getting
it's
information
a
like you
tough one
said, or
to get.
whatever the case.
It's a tough one
Yeah.
because when you put celery into a juicer, you get celery out. When you put tomato into a juicer, you get tomato out. And if you continue to use that input and output, then you will always be at responsibility. If you are putting in and you're getting this reflection back and you don't like the reflection, you go, okay, cool, what can I do about it? Or you blame the reflection. But if you blame the reflection, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do to improve it. And so as much as sometimes, and believe me, I've been there when I'm putting in a lot of celery. Why am I not getting more celery out? And it's like it's just building up, and it's like it's about to come out, and you have to keep putting more in. Let's get down to your next steps, my man.
Okay.
Cost conscious of your time, and appreciate you, and thanks for joining the 10K club. Give yourself a hand.